Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and today we're going to make a tag album. Now this is chipboard that I have just cut in the shape of a tag, and then I attached them together right here with a construction strip, believe it or not. This is the paper collection that I got, the digital kit from My Porch Prints, and I'll leave that link below. And you just print it out, and you can print it out as many times as you want. I haven't put anything in these, but I did put some ribbon in this first one here, and I may even add a little bit more of some vintage ribbon that I have. And then I've just picked up some flowers out of my stash, and it happens to match this kit perfectly. And then that's just a little butterfly from another kit that I had a long time ago. And then these little pockets come in the digital kit. So then this is just a little piece of metal that says escape on it. That's a little piece of twine that I tied a bow with. And then this, believe it or not, is just a paper sack. And I stained it. I coffee dyed it and stained it. And then I just tore a piece off and put behind there. So that is it. I just made, this was in her kit, and I just made a little pocket out of it. But I can do journaling in here. You can even put pictures in it. I can throw it in my purse and use it. You could go back and put some lace on here if you wanted to, and you could keep adding pages. I just put 3 on this one, but you could keep on adding pages. Just take your extra strips, and like I said, I think these are 1.5 inches, and I just scored them in the center. And then just trim off, you know, at an angle, the ends so that they don't stick up past your little piece there. And then you can just keep adding your pages in. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this paper that the digital paper that I bought from My Porch Prints. I'm going to use it, but you could just spray these, collage them, paint them, do whatever you want to with it, since this is chipboard. But this is what I'm going to use on mine. And I'm not going to worry about the edges, because I'll show you what I'm going to do with those in a moment. But before I put my pages together, I'm going to go ahead and cut my paper using this as a template. So that way you can cut it to size. And I will have the PDF for this size tag over on the blog, so you can just click on that link below and go over there and download this tag if you want yours to be the same size. Let's see, there we go. So I'm just going to trim 6 of these sheets out, and then we'll start putting this together. Alright, we have those trimmed out, and now I'm just going to put them all together, and I marked the hole in one of them. And we're just going to punch that hole right in the center there. So I have cut all these pieces, and I just slightly inked around them, and then I have inked around here to cover up the chipboard. So now we're going to put these together. And I'm going to use some score tape on these little pieces so that it'll glue it together really well. And I'm just going to put a piece up there and then one out here. That way I won't have to use any glue in it. Okay, we're just going to burnish that tape down on both of these. Then we can start putting these together. Move that one out of my way. And I'm just going to pull one side of the backing off at a time. I'm not going to try to do both of them at once. Okay, now we're going to put this one up next to that one. I'm not going to put it all the way together. I'm just going to leave just a tiny little gap. Not much at all. And then we'll lay that over. Just make sure that your ends are nice and straight. And then there they are. Pages are together. So we're just going to put this right up at the edge of the chipboard. Just like that. Now we're going to put this one up very, very close to that one there on the top. And just lay that over. And there are 3 little tags, and they're attached together like that. So there's one, and then there's another. Now we can cover these, and all of them look pretty even to me, so we can start covering them. And I'm just going to use my art glitter glue. You can use a glue stick if you want, but I just think this art glitter glue is going to work just fine. It's a pretty paper. I like that. I'll leave the link below where I purchased these digital kits, or this digital kit. And then I just printed it off on some, I think it was Nina 110 cardstock. I think that's what I printed it off on. And it went through my printer fine, no problem at all. Now I'm going to flip this over. This one right here is a little bit off. I'm just going to flip it over and trim that. And I apologize if you hear all kinds of noises outside. My hubby is about to go stir crazy, so he is outside finding everything that he can to do. And most all of it makes a lot of noise. And if I wait until he finishes to video, I'd never get anything videoed, because he's been out there all morning. Okay, so there is another one on. And again, I'm going to flip it over and just trim this. I did, use my tag to cut these out, but still sometimes you get just a little bit of an overhang, and that way I can always go and trim it off. I'd rather have a little overhang is for it to be too short, because then you can't put that back on no matter how hard you try. There we go. We can always go back and ink again when we finish. Now, like I said, you could use paint on these. You could gesso them and then paint them. You could collage them. There's lots of different things you can do with these tags. If you don't have chipboard and you don't want to purchase any, we have the chipboard, but if you don't want to purchase any, you can use cereal box. Just make sure that you put like 3 layers together, glue 2 or 3 layers together to get it thick enough. This is a medium weight chipboard, so it's pretty thick, but I'd make sure that I had 2 or 3 layers at least, and you can just glue those together and then they're ready to go. And I know right now everybody is emptying cereal boxes and all kinds of other boxes that you have in your kitchen. I know we are. Okay. And I think I'm going to put this one here and then that one for the back. And I thought for $6.99, this little kit is not bad at all. As pretty as it is. And once you get it, once you pay the $6.99 and download it, then you can print this off as many times as you want. It's yours. So I've printed some of my pieces twice and some of them I've just printed once. So you can just keep on using it over and over again if you want to. There we go. Got that. Make sure that I don't have any pieces rolled up. And trim this little side off just a tiny bit. And this paper was almost the size of these tags. It was just a little bit longer. I just had to trim a little bit off of it. Okay. Now we'll see if that one's got any overhang. And it has just a little bit up here at the top that we'll trim. Alright. That is it. That's our little tag album. Now let's go ahead and, I'm going to go ahead and re-ink that. And I will fast forward this so that you don't have to watch me inking. I know all of you know how to ink. I just want to get those places that I had to trim. Now I'm going to use some hole reinforcers on the top right here. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put this little, this is one of the cutouts for the little pocket or little envelope that is on that My Porch Prints. So I'm going to go ahead and put this together. And then we're going to put just a little bit of glue up through here. Hold that together. And then I'm going to put a little Velcro dot right up here at the top. And then we'll close that over. Ugh. And there we go. Got our Velcro dots in there, and then I'll put a little tag inside. Gonna be a little journaling tag. And then we'll pull our album back over here, and I've just grabbed a few things out of my stash and I'm gonna put it on here. This is some ribbon that I have had. I'm gonna run some of that right across there. And I'm just going to use a little piece of score tape to do that. It'll hold it and you can't see it, and I don't have to wait on it to dry like I would if I put just regular glue on there. So we'll run that across there. There we go. And this is just a pale pink ribbon or lace that I got from Cindy from Cindy's Vintage Cafe, and her link is on our Facebook page. You can go to our Facebook page and click the link at the top, and it is one of our sister groups, so you can go over there. She always has some beautiful laces and trims. So I'm just going to glue that right down to the front. I could have left the middle open and just glued the sides down so that I could put another tag behind there, but that's fine. I don't need to do that. And then she has these little banners, but I'm not going to try to put one on the front page. And I am going to put these flowers down like this. I have just pulled some flowers out of my stash, and they match perfectly with this paper. It's just some that I have had in a little container forever, and I just didn't have the exact project that I wanted to use it on. but they match this paper just like they were made for it. Tuck that one in under that one. And then I just tied a little twine ribbon or bow. I'll get it out in a minute. You know what this is. This is a bow. Just tied one of those. And then I just have this little piece of metal that just says escape. And I don't know if you can see that or not. But we're just going to glue that down on there. I'm not going to put a string in it or anything like that. I'm just going to stick it up under this flower and glue it right there. There we go. Then I also have this leaf and that little butterfly. And I'm thinking about putting that right there on that side. And just tuck it up under there as far as it'll go. Like that. Now we can go ahead and embellish the other pages. I think that's all I'm going to put on the front. But we can go ahead and embellish these pages if you want. And we need a little journaling space there. So I'll probably put this little envelope on this side. And then let's see if I may be able to. I'll put that down there, and that will be a little journaling spot. That one goes on the inside of there. And I think I may put that down. Let's see. I'll put that down just like that, I think. And then I'll put some bling or something on it. Then I can still write on top of all of this because this paper is easy to write on. Let's see. I'm trying to decide if I want to glue that. I think I'll just glue it straight down to the page. Like that. And then when this dries, I think it's maybe dry, I'll trim this off. That way it looks more like it was made on the page that way. And let's see, I think I will tie just a little tiny white bow. And I'm just using, I've got my string over here to the side. Just using some of this white string. This is like I think some people actually crochet or knit or something with this. I don't know how to do either one, so it's not me, but somebody I think does. And I'm just going to use a little pop dot on that. Glue dot. I'm just going to use a little tiny glue dot. If I can find one. There we go. That right there. And then stick our little thing on there. So there we've got that. Let's go ahead and put a piece of bling on there. And I think I might just use that piece right there. That will work. Then I have this that I want to put over here. I had a little paper sack that I actually just colored on, and I tore that piece off. I don't know exactly if that's what I want under there or not. So on this side, we're just going to layer a little bit. I'm going to use just a piece of that brown paper bag. I'm going to put this one together. And we're going to use another of these little Velcro dots. Okay, I'm going to glue this down. Put this one right on the top. And I'm gluing these envelopes down the way that I can get into them. I know if you turned it over the other way, you'd have that solid side, but I'm just gluing them how it's easiest for me to get into them. Alright, so there is that. And we're just decorating this really fast. I'm not taking a lot of time because when I'm going to use this to do a little bit of journaling. And when I do my journaling, then I can always decorate more if I want to. You know, a lot of times it's when I start writing my journaling out, that's when I realize what I want to put on that page. So sometimes you don't always know. Now I just cut that little tip off of that banner, and I'm going to glue that right there, just on the sides and at the bottom. So that creates me just a little pocket. Let's see. Let's put these little ones in there. So there's a little one there, little one there. There we go. So we've got 3 little journaling cards there. I think I'll put that one in the middle. There we go. And let's see. This goes perfect on that page. And I'm just going to use another little piece of this ribbon at the bottom of this little tag. Then we'll put this little tag down on this page. And I think I'll just use some of this little florist. This is like the florist string. I don't know what you call it. But I have some silver and some gold that I haven't been using, and this stuff ties so easy and makes some of the cutest little bows. We're just going to put that one right there. There we go. So there is that little bow. You could always put little bows on this or put holes in them. And then there's that one. And there's the front. I think that's super cute. I can go through here and just journal on it. I can stick this in my purse and carry it with me. Lots of different things I could do with this. Now I want some ribbon. in the top of this, but I'm not sure what ribbon I want to put there. So I'm just going to wait on the ribbon until I figure out what pictures I'm going to put in here or what journaling I'm going to put in here, things like that. And then I'll know more about what kind of ribbon I want to put in. I want it to be a little bit vintage looking, but I don't know. I'll just have to look and see what I have. I am going to place one of these little clear ones on there like that. Make it look like that's how that opens. And that's it. That is a quick and easy project. Absolutely. I love it. And like I said, I will have the PDF for these tags over on my blog. And so all you have to do is just print it out and then trace it out on your chipboard and cut it out. Now, if you don't have medium weight chipboard like this, we sell it in the store. We still have plenty, yes, we still have plenty of the craft colored chipboard. I have more of the black ordered. I don't have any black in right now, but I think it makes absolutely beautiful little tag album. And so you can just keep adding your tags, and you could cover this over with lace or something if you wanted to. That would be really pretty too, if you just ran some lace down through there and covered that over. That would be cute. So there's lots of different things you can do with these little tag albums. But I just thought I would show you how to put one together, how easy it is. Alright guys, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to click that little bell when that little bell pops up so that you'll be notified when we put up a new video. And we will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.